Hey guys, welcome to my channel. And today, I'll be reading The Cat 6 Reader by T. Sumo on Tumblr. He was not sure why today was such a draining one for him, but even the slightest of activities made him exhausted. He was tired, and he was not feeling himself, quieter than his usual loud and bustling self. During today's class, exercise, a very rare and outside from most of Class 1A. Of course, you had noticed. Due to some teachers fucking up more agitated than usual, not realizing he was in a slump. Katsuki Bakugo did not go into slumps. He was loud, vivacious, and he did not rest for a second when it was time to work. But today, as a rare occasion, the up and ready guy that was your boyfriend was feeling anything but energetic. All he wanted was to drag himself back to your room, maybe with you joining him, lying on his chest, while he relaxed for the first time that day. But that was not exactly what they had in mind. Hey Katsuki, let's go to the mall today. It's the weekend, he piped up, hand intertwined with his, as you walked back to your dorms. You were behind the rest of the class, taking your time to appreciate each other's presence. Saying, he stared straight ahead. I was tired, but you had not really noticed. Too busy planning out activities that you had thought may cheer him up from his mood. Why on? Maybe tomorrow or some other day. I'm not in the mood right now, he mumbled. Turning to face him, you continued to insist. But it might cheer you up. You've been grumpier than usual, and we have not had much time to ourselves this week. Training's been more demanding. Furrowing his eyebrows, Katsuki ground, tired and frustrated that you would not just understand that he was not up for the mall today. Why on? I said I'm not in the mood. What are you? Not understanding? He snapped at you, sending you a small glare. Stopping, you pulled your hand out of his grip, turning to face him as he crossed your arms. What is up with you today? You have been absolutely quiet and moody, and I'm trying to spend time together, but you're just being an asshole. He snapped back, voice getting a bit louder with each sentence. Rubbing his temples, Katsuki sighed, trying his best not to lose his temper with you. I'm not feeling up for going out to the mall. I'm being dragged around them stores with you, and you're just being stubborn. That's what's up, Wyon. Crossing your arms, you glared daggers at him, opening your mouth and letting hurtful words stumble past them before you could stop yourself. Katsuki, you're so difficult to date. It's like every time I gotta force myself to deal with your bullshit, and I wonder why I do it. He stared at you incredulously, scarlet eyes flashing with hurt as he processed what you had just said to him. You noticed how his face dropped, and how a small bit of doubt surfaced an expression before he covered it up with a scowl. Putting his hands at his side, he tried to mask his hurt with anger, but you saw the wrist facade clearly. His voice came out strained as he spoke. Then don't force yourself then. I'm exhausted. I don't have the energy to indulge you with more bullshit of mine. He croaked before stomping off and leaving you standing there, guilt creeping up as you registered how selfish you had been being. Katsuki was always one to see when your days were rough, trying his best to cheer you up, if that meant handing your favorite snack to you, or pulling you into him and claiming he was cold, so he could cuddle you, or even sitting through shows with you and watching them, even though you were seasoned then and you had no idea what was happening. He tried his best to be a doting boyfriend, even if it did not come to him as naturally. You could have done the same, letting him relax in the privacy of his own room and claimed you were called to cuddle him. But instead, You had pushed him when he was not feeling up for something and hurt his feelings in the max. Dragging your feet to his room, you tried to think how best to apologize to him. And now, you were in his room, trying to come up with an apology. I'm sorry, Katsuki. I didn't mean what I said. It's cool, Ion, he mumbled. But it was an obvious lie. Katsuki, huffing, he turned to face you. What? Stop acting like it doesn't bother you. Talk to me. Obviously, apologizing isn't clearing your conscience. So tell me what's wrong. He insisted. His jaw clenched, so leaned down and kissed it, planting a few more along his jawline. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. It just slipped. And sighing, he met your eyes. Why'd you force yourself to be with me if you don't want to? He could just barely make out the shakiness in his voice. A small bit of his vulnerability began through. Cupping one of his cheeks, he rubbed his cheekbone gently. I don't force myself. It makes me happy to be with you. I promise. I was being stubborn and inconsiderate. I'm sorry. I should have seen you were having a bad day. You know you can tell me, right? When things are getting tough. I love you, you know? He contemplated your words, and he must have found truth to them, because slowly, he moved his head to lie on your lap. You let him immediately, stroking your fingers through his hair. Well, I definitely won't be telling you next time. Now that I know you stuck at dealing with people on bad days. He mumbled, arms wrapping themselves around your waist, and rolling your eyes, you chuckled, feeling his left stretch into a small grin as his face pressed itself into your stomach. Whatever. It's your turn to say I love you back. You don't deserve to hear it, dumbass. Katsuki, please? Pretty please. Sighing, he looked up at you with a glare, but you could see his eyes brighten up just a tad bit, the smile he was trying his best to suppress. I love you too. Now let me sleep. I'm tired. His face buried itself back into your stomach, a small grin forming as he felt you covering him with a blanket, mumbling something about how he was a pain, and he decided he would make a jab back at you later. But after he woke up, for now, he just wanted to rest.